And then we'll see if anyone else jumps on. I'm going to mute you guys. Let me grab my phone just to see if anybody else. Okay, so I don't have really like a lot to cover, but I just kind of wanted to, like, it's always good to get together on Monday nights, even if we don't have like something major to talk about. I want to just talk about Summit, since that's where we're getting ready to go. We leave for Summit we leave Wednesday morning. So I just kind of want to talk a little bit about that and the importance of going and making the commitment to like plan to go next year. And I was listening to the National Wake Up Call this morning, or actually today, when I was cooking supper or getting supper ready. And I don't know if you guys listen to that, but you need to listen to those calls if you're not doing that. I just do the podcast. I never listen to it live when it actually is going on because I'm working. So it's so handy. I always try to listen to it on Mondays before our call, because it kind of just helps me to give some good info to you guys, because it does help me to look at things differently and just maybe like say things in a different way to help you guys. So anyway, I like to listen to it on Mondays, and it's handy that our team calls on Mondays, so then we can kind of cover a little bit of what they talked about. But Tara Carr was the host of the call, and she discussed Summit and the importance of Summit. And a lot of coaches will talk about how Summit was like the live event that changed it for them, that really like made them see the bigger picture, because those live events are so important. I know me and Jamie are going to Dallas, so I'm excited about that. That's a big step, and it's an investment, and she's spending money to do that. And sometimes it's hard to justify, okay, I'm not making this much money, or I'm not bringing in as much money as I thought I would. So I have a hard time justifying going to spend money when I'm not really, So it almost, and kind of like with Shakeology, even at first, I'll be honest, when I signed up as a coach, I signed up like without doing the program. I just signed up as a coach from the get-go. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to spend $100 on these shakes. Like, it sucks that I have to spend $100 when I don't even know what I'm going to make yet, and I'm committing to do this. But obviously it took me a couple months to see, and it's still, I continuously see what Shakeology does. So I see that investment, but it's hard to just grasp it at first. So I think that's a lot of the objections to people, and they don't want to commit because they're thinking, okay, in a year from now, what am I going to be doing? Like, I don't know if our financial situation a year from now, I don't know what's going to come up, or maybe you're trying to have a baby, or whatever it is you're thinking, I don't think I want to make that commitment. But I think you have to just get past that and just do it, because right now, okay, and what I'm getting to is the fact that this weekend we'll be at Summit, and they'll release the tickets for next year. So like a year ago, I bought my ticket. I was at Summit last year when I bought this ticket for this year, and it was $125. So, and that's as cheap as they're going to get. And usually those tickets, since they're that cheap, and I don't remember, they might be around $200 to $250 if you don't get the discounted price ticket. And those, a lot of times those can't be transferred, and those can't be reimbursed up to a certain date. Like, I had till December of 2015, December 31st or something of 2015 to cancel or to transfer my ticket. After that, it's done. I'm not going to get my money back. But, I had time to plan. I knew it was going to be this weekend. I wrote it in my calendar, and I made plans to be there. And I don't know, it'll probably be in Nashville one more time, and then I'm guessing it'll go elsewhere. They usually do 3 years in the certain city or whatever it is. So I think that that's a big eye opener for a lot of coaches. Like, you'll listen to the National Wake Up Call, and you'll hear a lot of them say that Summit was where they, blah, blah, blah. It was their aha moment, or whatever, any live event is going to be you're going to take away a aha moment from each event I think you go to. But Summit is just so much like all wrapped into one, because you have live events, you see the people, it's like 25,000 people. It's insane. It's exhausting, but it's awesome because you go to like all these conferences, and you see these top coaches that you follow on Facebook or Instagram, and which I recommend following if you guys aren't, like, follow some of those coaches. I don't want you to get caught up in like trying to do what they're doing necessarily, but I think it's good to follow them because you kind of see like what they do, how they share their story, and their story is not going to be like yours, but it's going to help you to figure out how to, open up to let some of that out, because people want to see what, how you're feeling and how you relate to them, and what tidbits you can do with your posts and different things like that. So you want to just follow them so that you can, more so to get you motivated as well. I think it gets me motivated to see a post that somebody, and I'm like, oh, that's good. That's a good idea. I could kind of twist this around and do something different. So anyhow, that's beside the point. But, so you see some of those coaches that you've been watching on Facebook, and then you see them speak, and it's just kind of cool because you feel like you somewhat know them, but you really don't. But then it's just like a family also. I'm building my team. It's taken me 2 years to really like start to build a strong team who are also building their teams. So until you go to the event like Summit, you don't really get that full family feel, because you see all these coaches, and I have friends that, take their teams. Like one of my friends said she had like 20 in her downline going, which is awesome because that's 20 people. Like last year she may have had, 5 or something. So each year it's going to increase because, you're investing in your team, and then you are investing downline, and so on. So it's something I can't describe, but it is like a family, and it's awesome because it's so much more, and these friendships, and you meet people, and you're going to meet people from other teams that you're going to connect with on Facebook. And it's just awesome. Even though they're not even on your team, they'll help you. They'll give you info. They'll pump you up, and they'll like your stuff on Facebook, and they'll be your biggest fans. And sometimes you need those people, or I know you need those people, not sometimes, but those, like when they like your stuff and when you feel that support from them, it just, it just reassures you that you can do this, that, there's something that you can do this, because if they're doing it, you can do it. So I think that's reassuring. So anyhow, there's just so many reasons why to make the commitment to go and make it non-negotiable. Like for me, I just make it non-negotiable. I'm going to get to every live event. Sometimes I miss the Super Saturdays, but for the most part, I get to every event. So I want to encourage you guys to make that commitment. And that's also showing that you're consistent. So you're giving like a kind of another thing. I mean, it gives you so much info to post about. And I said this to Jamie on the phone the other day, but I'm like, I know it sounds silly that you're going to go to this event just so you can have a bunch of stuff to post about. But I think some people don't feel like, maybe they don't feel like they have a lot of friendships, or they're in a good circle or a positive circle. But when you have so much to post about from going to these events, because it's pumped you up and you've, made these relationships or these friendships or whatever, that gives you something to post about. And then I think people find that intriguing because they think, wow, she is part of something more. Like, I want to do that. So you're kind of like unfolding those things that are going to help you when you're trying to build your team and you're trying to do those coach opportunity invites and stuff like that, because it's sometimes hard to post as a new coach, like, what Beachbody's done for you and your team that you don't really have yet. Maybe you don't have that big of a team. So sometimes it's hard to, and they always say like this phrase, fake it till you make it. And I know that seems maybe kind of silly, but you really kind of do. I mean, you talk about what a great thing it is, and you're not faking that part of it, but you're showing something more, and you might be building it up a little bit. But you also want them, you have to kind of, if you don't have like a big team and a lot of team stuff going on. So also about your posts too, I don't know, Jamie, have you hit Success Club 5, 6? Not yet? Okay, that's fine. You welcome someone to the group, so that's why I was confused today, and I hadn't seen your, I haven't seen any points come through because it wouldn't come through yet.
Yeah, I'm at 4 now, and I'm working on like 2 other ones. So
yeah, that's fine. No big deal. I just wondered because I saw you introduce that girl, and I know it's the end of the month, and I was talking to Jessica Servi earlier. Hi. Speak of the devil. How's it going?
My stupid computer wouldn't Hootsuite what I wanted it to, like I wanted it to. So
well, I can't.
My phone died, so I'm like, no, I'm getting this done because I didn't have anything Hootsuited for the morning. So anyway,
Okay.
I'm
You got it
listening.
Hootsuited though?
I'm with. What's that?
You got it Hootsuited though, or no?
Yes, I
Okay.
have the moving done. And tomorrow I'll probably do like a couple days, so I'm not doing this. So anyway, but I'm gonna mute myself and listen in, okay?
You're by yourself?
No.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
Okay. um. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying
And
was
this is happening down here.
right. Is he sleeping?
No, he's whining.
Okay. But I was talking to Jessica earlier and we were talking about Success Club and she's like, oh, I'm freaking out because it is the 25th. And, you know, she thought she had a point because she had a customer order a home direct Shakeology order and it gave her a point, but then that customer apparently didn't mean or didn't want that ordered and it went through. So her point's getting taken away. So it kind of that kind of stuff, you know, you get pumped up, you're like, okay, I got a point. It kind of like helps you to build upon that because you're thinking, okay, I can get 4 more points. You know, it just builds you up. You got to lean on that stuff that like kind of the free stuff that you didn't expect coming to you with points, whether it's a free customer that ordered something, use that to build you up to get you through those next invites to push to hit Success Club. So anyhow, so we got off the phone and she shot out a few invites and she's already been talking to people, but anyway, that's beside the point, but I just know you guys are pushing to, you know, we have some people that are pushing to Success Club, so it's definitely not, don't freak out yet, just keep at it. All you can do is just keep going. There's nothing you can do besides, you know, look, dig deeper and look harder for someone else to invite. Anyway, so with your posts, be intentional with them. One thing she said on the National Wake Up Call today is that, you know, if you post something on Facebook, can you guys hear me? Hello? Sorry, did I cut out? I did? No, okay. You guys all froze up. Am I cutting out? Okay, I'm just making sure that it's not me. I think you guys were frozen. But she talked today about your post on Facebook and she said, you have to think to yourself before you post something, think to yourself, what would I think if I saw that post on Facebook? So you're going to be intentional with your posts. And I know I've said this before, but you really want to try to show value and think, you know, why am I posting this? Like, I didn't just do my workout and drink my shake today. There's more to me than that. Like, I have thoughts in my mind all the time, like we all do, where, you know, whether we feel like we don't have balance in our life, where we feel like, you know, like today I feel like I didn't even hardly play with my kids because by the time I got home, did this, I had get my workout in and I cleaned up this disastrous kitchen and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then it's bath time and I'm like, they have to get in bed. And I just feel like I didn't get to play with them. So that's maybe I have a post that I'm getting ready to do kind of about that tonight. But so maybe whatever it is, but use something from today or maybe in the last couple of days that you've been feeling or thinking, because you are going to connect with somebody. Someone's going to see that post. They're going to feel connected to you. They're going to follow you on Facebook. Not saying that they're going to buy a challenge pack from you tomorrow because they're not. But, you know, they may like it or they may comment and say, thanks, I needed this today or whatever. And so that shows support. That is going to build you up to keep you going, to keep you pushing because you get positive feedback on that stuff that you open up about. So
not only that, but like whenever you're looking through, like if you're trying to connect with somebody, as in like you don't really know them, you're friends with them on Facebook, you just added them, whatever, you're going to look through their posts to see if, hey, oh, well, that I kind of understand that, or I relate to that, or whatever. And so we do the same thing with trying to connect with other people. So for other people to want to connect with us, we need to have something that's a little bit more, I don't know, it has a little bit more meat to it, I guess. So.
And I think those are the most, like, I feel like it depends. Like sometimes I'll work on a post for a while and it gets, you know, nothing. And I'll think, okay, I thought more people would give more feedback or I'd get more interaction with that. But, you know, of course they're still seeing it. We say that all the time. Some people didn't see it, number one. Some people weren't on Facebook at that time and then it just didn't show up in their newsfeed or they didn't scroll through enough to get to see it. Or they just didn't like it. Doesn't mean they didn't like it, but they physically didn't click the like button. So whoop-de-doo-dah, they saw your post. You're still planting seeds. So don't worry about that. But you know, all that stuff that you're posting is just laying the foundation. Because some people, like even girls I went to school with, you know, yeah, I know them, but I don't really know. It's not like I talk to them on a day-to-day basis. It's not like we talk on the phone and I know exactly what's going on in their life or how they're feeling or how they're doing. So it's up to you to post that so that, you know, people do get to know you, because that's why they're friends with you, because they like you. So I think that, you know, opening up is going to just let them see that, oh my gosh, she is real. She's not a robot. She doesn't do her workouts and eat, you know, carrot sticks and celery and, you know, chicken and broccoli all day. Like, she's a real person and she struggles and blah, blah, blah. And she's a mom and she's this and she's that and she's the same things that I am. So I will, you know, that's just going to draw them to you. And also maybe fill that void. Maybe there's something, you know, there's probably lots of things we don't know about people that we're friends with on Facebook. And so maybe they're wanting more. Maybe they're struggling financially. They have a ton of debt, whatever it is. But this could be their, you know, thing that could get them to change them and their family's life. And also, I was going to kind of talk about this a little bit, because you get overwhelmed. So you think about all the things you need to do. So I need to, oh my gosh, I need to do invites. I need to post. I need to, you know, maybe like I've been talking about Teamsy forever, still haven't got that set up. I need an assistant that I'm thinking about hiring, because a girl, my friend Lindsay Gray, her assistant, she's offered her to me. I need to take up on that opportunity, because this girl used to be a Beachbody coach. She knows about the Coach Online Office, blah, blah, blah. So she could help me. Some of those things overwhelm me because I haven't taken the plunge to do them, because I'm trying to focus on other stuff and there's other stuff going on. So one of the things Tara Carr said today on the National Wake Up Call is take one thing at a time. So you just can't do it all at once. And I try to, like, when I leave Summit or when I go to Summit this weekend, I will be like, not stressed, but like they talk about all these things that they do. And you're like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. Oh my gosh. And you're taking these notes and then you're thinking, well, crap, I'm not doing that. And I'm not doing that. And like, we're not running these groups and I don't have a good coach training and all these things that I don't have, but I do have a lot of things. So I need to focus on what I do have. And so my advice to you guys would be to focus on one thing that you need to do. So, okay, you're doing your invites already and you're already posting or whatever. Maybe you need to work on more invites. So make that your goal for tomorrow. Maybe you're slacking on your personal development. Make that your goal for tomorrow, because you're already getting your workout in, you're doing your Shakeology, whatever. But I think just trying to focus on one thing at a time to improve and to strengthen, because this is all an improvement. And I think even 3 years from now, we're still going to be improving. We're never going to stop improving and building upon what we're already doing. So try to focus on one or two new things or things that maybe you've let go, because I think that will help just to not overwhelm anybody. And of course, you need to be doing the vital behaviors that are going to get you Success Club or build your business. Those are the number one things. But maybe there's something extra that you've thought. Maybe you want to mess with your Google Drive, or maybe you want to run your own like sneak peek to whatever, to the 21-day fix, or do a webinar on something or whatever. But just focus on one thing at a time. And if you're stuck too, like if you feel stuck, then I think obviously personal development's the way to go. And I struggle in that so much. I mean, I listen to calls and I do stuff online, but I'm bad about sitting down because I struggle to sit down in general. That's a problem of mine. And then I don't sit down and read because I'm like too high strung and I can't anyways, but, that's something that I continuously work on. And I need to always do that. But that's pretty much all I was going to say to you guys about, the main thing I wanted to tell you was, and I wanted to tell our whole team, I would love it if 10 to 15 of us went to Summit next year. We can, just like me and Jamie, we're going to Dallas and we're splitting the hotel costs. We can split some things in taxis or gas or whatever it is that we need to kind of split to make the cost better. But it's an awesome investment. And Jamie, once we go, you'll be able to share about what maybe after we go, we can do like a call on what we learned. We'll take a lot of notes and we'll be able to kind of talk about some of the things and, implement some of the things that we've learned. But I don't know. I think that it will really be an eye opener for you, and I know it's a good investment, but I think it will just make more. It'll just bring it all together, and it'll be you'll realize that this is really worth it. So anyways, So your teams that you're building, then, hopefully you can get one person from your team. Like I think it would be great if you could go and then you could get a person or even two or whatever. Who knows what the year holds. They could still go even if it's a couple months before Summit. A lot of times there's tickets that open up. I just think it's good if you guys just lock it in place and say, I'm doing this. And we'll find out the dates. I don't know the exact dates. Probably the last weekend in July, I think that's what it was. It might have been the third weekend though last year. I can't remember. But anyhow, once we figure out the dates, and then I will post about it on our team page, because when I'm at Summit, I will order my tickets for next year. If you have a new coach that hits Success Starters, like last year I had a free ticket because I had hit Success Club 6 or 5 or whatever. I hit Success Club 10. But if you hit Success Club 5 for 3 months consecutively after signing up, you have to do it right after you sign up. The month that you sign up, or say you sign up, say someone signs up today for you, they kind of X out July because it's the end of the month. It's hard to hit Success Club if they just now signed up. So they would give them August. So it's either the month you sign up or the month after. That starts with month number 1. You have to hit it consecutively for 3 months, and then you can get a free ticket to Summit. So that's called Success Starters. So that's the first rung on the leadership ladder. So if you see, well, I take that back. I can't remember. No, maybe that's not it. Business Starter. I'm sorry. Business Starter is the first rung on the leadership ladder. Success Starter means that you earned a free ticket to Summit. So if you have a new coach that signs up, encourage them. I mean, a lot of times you're going to get a discount coach, but if you have somebody who wants to build it, encourage them that, this is something that they can do, that they can get a free ticket, which is a great value. Anyhow, both of my coaches, actually, Jess Holt and Johanna, they're the twin sisters from Texas. They both had free tickets, so they're going on those. Now I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, so I'll post about that in the team page when I find out the dates, and then at that point they only discount those tickets. Like I'm gonna say for 24 hours. Like they'll discount them longer, but they'll get sold out. So if you are thinking about doing it, you need to purchase the ticket. Like as soon as I post about it and let you guys know, and if you give me a heads up, like, hey, I'm thinking I want to go, then I'll maybe private message you and make sure you don't miss out in case you missed the post or something. But you'll need to order this weekend. So I know it's $125, but if you order this weekend, you'll get the discounted cost or rate or whatever. And then like I said, they'll sell out quick. So last year it was like, I think before we had even left Summit, like it was maybe Saturday, and by Sunday they had sold out. So keep that in mind. Anything else, you guys, that we need to cover that you can think of? That's about all really that I had. I don't know. I guess we need to run, like we'll do the clean eating group and all that stuff's going to start over for August. And a lot of the invites that you're sending now are going to help you for August, of course, too. Now I have my computer back, so I can like really get to work, which is awesome because I can get some stuff done, hopefully. Was there anything else though? Go ahead, Jamie.
Are we doing a coach sneak peek this month?
Yeah, we need to. We really need to. Yes. So I say yes. Well, let's do it.
That would be fantastic.
Okay.
Because I've got a couple people that I would like to be.
Let's do it. And let's just say we're going to do it. Otherwise, we'll drag our feet. So if we say we'll do it, I'm trying to think. So it's usually supposed to be the second week of the month, I think, because the first week of the month is, well, it depends. We can do it however we want. I just think it's too much because you're trying to promote for the clean eating group, which I know that would be, like, it's just too much, I think. You're trying to promote for the clean eating group, and then you're trying to promote for the sneak peek, and then you feel like you're constantly posting about, like, that's how I feel. I don't know. You know what I mean? And then but it doesn't matter to me. I've done it, and we've done it plenty of times, and I think it's fine. If you think that, I don't know, because we get back from Summit on the 31st. So I think August 2nd might be a little soon. So let me think here. Maybe we could do, like, what do you think? Do you think we should do the 9th? Because I think we were trying to do this a Tuesday. I don't know why. Doesn't matter to me. But do you think the 9th, or do you want to shoot for, could maybe do the 4th. I can maybe get it together by the 4th of August because that's Thursday, and that would give us like 4 days. And we just need to promote. I mean, you just need to promote it a few times, and there's plenty of time. You could promote it for 3 days in a row if you wanted to. I don't care. You guys want to do it?
In the middle of the clean eating group, though?
Yeah, it would be. But that's the other thing is the clean eating group. I don't know, because I'm going to be at Summit, and if somebody would want to, like, we can either reuse a menu that we've already used, or if someone wants to get together one, that would be great. But I know I'm not going to be able to come up with a menu. And I know we can share recipes and then someone could type it up, kind of like Missy did last time. And then Jamie just kind of would, she posted it, and I wasn't very active in that group because I didn't really have anybody in there, to be honest. But I thought it went over good. I think people like did good, and you guys might have had some people in there too, I'm sure. But what do you think?
I mean, it really doesn't matter to me. It doesn't really matter. I mean, to me, I think doing 2 things in 1 week is a lot.
Okay, I do too. I couldn't.
I mean, I don't feel like anybody should have to do that, really. I mean, if we can do the clean eating group in 1 week and then the coach sneak peek, because the coach sneak peek is only 1 night for an hour.
Yeah.
But adding that on top of the clean eating, I just think that whoever's doing that is going to be overwhelmed. And plus, they'll have all of their invites and everything to have to send out and follow-ups and stuff. I just feel if we do it in 2 weeks rather than just all in one.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you for sure on that. So let's do the I don't even know. Like, honestly, I don't know. I don't know if we can get it together by the 4th or by the 1st. Because we get back on the 31st and then the clean eating group would start. I mean, I know it's only Monday, so technically we could promote it if someone wants to, like, pitch in, or we can figure out how to get the menu done. I'm fine with that. I don't care.
Can't we just pull a menu? I mean, since whoever is going to Summit, obviously – we've got menus for a reason. They're already typed up. Pull one from one that you guys have done like before we started or something, and then just be easy this month, and then have a complete fresh one maybe with fall crock pot stuff or whatever for September or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I think that's good. And then we can do something. Maybe we can plan something later, like for September, to do like maybe a Labor Day, or I don't know, something that we could maybe plan a little bit more like intriguing. And I think if people, like, a lot of people just want the free recipes, they want the support from the group, so I don't think it's bad to just do a random. And we have plenty of, like, we have that grilling one, which I don't know, we just did that a couple months ago, so that might be kind of soon, but Jamie has a few. I could even ask, like, Abby Jimenez is big on the clean eating groups, and she would share a menu with me for sure. So, maybe I'll ask her for one or whatever, but we can come up with one. So let's just plan on that. And then, I don't know, I'll talk to Jamie. I don't know what she's up to right now, but I'll talk to her and see what she wants to do. And see if maybe she wants to turn over some of her stuff. One of us can post it every day, or if she's going to continue to just kind of post it. I know for me, I wasn't as accountable if I didn't do it. Like, I ran that grilling group myself pretty much. And I was very active in it because it was my group, and not that this other one wasn't, but you really just, I don't know, I feel like that lights my fire, because, if it's mine, then I want it to be, I want it to be pretty interactive, and I want to do as much as I can to build them up to, make them successful. Anyway, but so let's do that, and then let's plan on doing the sneak peek. What do you guys think about the 9th? That would be Tuesday. So I think that would be good, because during the clean eating group, we can post about the coach sneak peek. And like Jamie, for example, you can like post about what you're doing in September. You maybe could post about your Dallas trip. That would be something good to post about. Maybe you could talk about your plane ticket, or you could talk about something like that. about, you know, a friendship or blah, 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 however you want to put it. And that would be a good post maybe for you for the 9th. So let's lock it in that we're going to do the coach sneak peek on the 9th, because we haven't done one for like 2 months, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I'm glad you said that. So we'll do the August 9th is the sneak peek. And then the clean eating group is going to be the first week. So it'll run the 1st through the 5th. And also I think we should strive to do like a 21-day fix, you know, a live event as well. It would be like it could be a 3-day or a 5-day, or it could just be a 1-hour event, which I think is best if we just stick with like the 1 hour, because I don't know, 3 days okay, because that's still pretty short, but I feel like you kind of just lose people because they're like over it. Because they get tired of seeing the posts all the time and, you know, the notifications on their phone sometimes. But would you guys want to run one of those, the 21-day fix, like sneak peek? And then that would just be kind of like them being a fly on the wall, seeing what the program's about. We could get our before and after pictures. We can throw those in there. We can do testimonies. We can each make a quick video, like a 3-minute video on, you know, the program that started it all, because it did start it all for all of us, I know.
You mean like in September, Tabitha, or like when?
Well, it doesn't matter. You know, we might, honestly, it depends. I mean, we might want to do it in August, because we don't have to do it. We can do it like the week after maybe. But I know our challenge group would start the 15th. So that would be the 3rd week. And the 4th week would be the 22nd. So maybe if we shoot for the week after our challenge group starts, then that will help you hit Success Club. So say, you know, maybe you have 2 points, but you like are pushing. Well, there you go. You got a couple people who are on the fence and they watch the 21-day fix sneak peek group or whatever, and that might get them to go. So that's a lot of times what they recommend is running, like you run a 3-day refresh group and you run it right before the end of the month, because that helps you to get people involved and it'll help you sell some challenge packs. That's kind of the goal. So depending on what we need, I think we should lock it in and say what we're going to do, though, so we plan for it. Because otherwise, like, it's just, life is so freaking hectic, and then, you know, you're trying to just get your daily stuff done, and I know it's a struggle because you all are trying to hit Success Club, and you have lives and, you know, families and all that extra stuff. So I think it's good to have a plan, because I need to start getting better about that, like looking at our month and, okay, this is what we're doing. But I'd like to incorporate some new things, because we've done clean eating groups. We've done them since I started. I mean, they're just a common thing that we do, and I know they're good. But, you know, sometimes it's like we need to spice it up, because for us to feel motivated and excited about it, it's nice to do something different. And we can talk about the 21-day fix group, you know, that being the first one we've ever done, and we're running it because blah, blah, blah. And we can team up and run it together, or however, I don't exactly know.
Yeah. I'm glad to help with that if that's at the end of the month. The beginning of the month is like off for me, because I'm going out of town and I've got my next doctor's appointment and just lots of things. So I'm glad to help as much as I can with that other stuff. But I've got whining kids, so if you wouldn't mind shooting me the dates on stuff, because I am like half hearing things.
Okay, I'll post about it. Maybe I'll make a quick like pick collage thing and just with the
just dates. Because you don't have enough to do, so
right,
you know.
I know. That's fine. But what was I gonna say? So we can kind of like brainstorm and think about stuff that we want to be in that group. So we want to like obviously do testimonies, we want to do before and after pictures, and then we want to think about like, okay, like what are some of the questions that people would have, or what are some of the, you know, objections or thoughts or whatever, you know, that we could post or talk about. And I could get a template, I'm sure, from like that Carly Sabev, I think just ran one. And I could get maybe a template from her, and I'll ask Lindsay Gray and see if they've got like a template that they go off of, and we can either revamp that or we can just come up with our own from scratch. But sometimes that's, you know, time consuming, and they're happy to share it. So I'll ask them about that stuff so that we can get that, and I can save that stuff in my Google Drive. And then we can kind of maybe fill in the gaps if we feel like there are any, and I can share those documents with you guys. So I think that'll be great. So we'll shoot for the last, you want to shoot for the last, you want to do Monday or Tuesday? Mondays kind of stink. Do you want to do like the 23rd maybe?
Tuesday's fine with me.
Okay, August 23rd. That's what I'm going to put
I
down.
mean, Mondays are our call nights anyway, so we might as
That makes sense. Yeah. So we'll just plan on doing that then. Yeah. So we're going to do you could probably got it down, but the 9th is the sneak peek for coaching. And then the 23rd is the 21 day sneak peek. And then I want to start doing some other things like webinars, like they do different webinars on coaching, and we can get all the templates from it. And it seems like a big deal and it seems scary. But if you have a template in front of you and you're working off kind of like a PowerPoint in a way, only you replace your pictures and your info, then, the slide comes up. The people on the webinar that you've invited them to that are watching, so maybe you have 10 or 15 or 20 people watching it, they will see that slideshow. So they're not going to see your face. I mean, your face is little bitty tiny up in the corner of the screen. So it takes it off of you a little bit because, you always have that that just helps your comfort zone. It's almost like you have your teddy bear that you're holding because you've got they're not, all eyes aren't on you. They're looking at your information that you have up on the screen. So I've been wanting to do those. I need to eat that frog and do that. But anyway, again, all in time, we just got to do one thing at a time. So let's focus on doing the 21 day fix sneak peek this month. That'll be something new that we can do. Hopefully it'll get some people interested and people not afraid, or they'll realize the investment. We can throw in some info about Shakeology and what it's done and all that kind of stuff. And maybe I can make a video on Shakeology, or I could pull one from someone's video, which is nice if it's us because it looks kind of tacky if it's somebody else and not us that are running the group. So, and the thing about it is the people on the call have no idea this is all they've seen. So they don't know anything to compare it to. So there's all kinds of better videos, but they don't know that. So we can't worry about that. But anything else real quick? I think it's going to shut us off any second.
I just wanted to bring up, I got a box in the mail today and it had a Fix 8 cookbook and a Shakeology Performance shaker cup in it. One of the blue ones that's $22. And I don't know why they sent it to me, but I don't know if it's because I hit Emerald, but I thought I'd get a bracelet for that.
Yeah, you do get a bracelet.
I don't know.
That'll come. I don't know why they sent that. That's honestly weird. Check your your personal orders and stuff.
Yeah, dude, I just got a bracelet for going. I want your cup.
And I signed up for the bracelet. You know how you have to go on your email or whatever, and then once you get there, they're like, "Oh, you don't have to sign up for this at all." And then so